Hello. Another week, another review of a TV show, and we are back with another episode of Pretty Little Liars Summer School.
Pretty Little Liars
hmm
Summer School. This episode was another good one. It was another had a lot of fun plot twists, a lot of shock moments, I guess, if you will. Right, David?
Yeah, and also proof that this 8 episode arc has to go. We need more episode because damn, there is sometimes way too much thing at the same time, and you feel like everything is rushed, and that we wanted to actually get more time with some of the discoveries that we had this episode. This episode 7 out of the episode run, so next week's gonna be the last episode of the season.
The season finale.
And maybe the series finale, because,
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a show that gets renewed, unfortunately. Which I don't know. Even if it wasn't get renewed, what exactly do they plan on doing? Like a Scooby Doo type of thing, where it's like a new big bad guy every season, or what?
this is my issue. Like, this is my big issue. Is just like they set up some good ideas, but they seem that they want to resolve the idea very quickly. We nice to be able to have like some stuff who actually last 1, 2, or 3 seasons. A bit like what happened in the original Pretty Little Liars, which was we had A, and
Yeah, I know.
we
I
had
know you
this mystery
guys.
coming up.
I know you guys are probably gonna be tired of us saying, back in my day, but it's true. I promise you, back in our day, you could
hmm
actually, enjoy a TV show.
We had 22 episodes. Now we got 8.
Actually, even more than 22. I think one season of Pretty Little Liars, because I was starting to rewatch the original season. It had 26 episodes.
Damn, look at that. Royal. So, what happened? This episode was called Boogeyman, and we pretty much look at the aftermath of the big discovery of last week, where we actually had that maybe Bloody Rose might be the mother of one of the girls who died last season. So, yeah.
I mean, come on, guys, we're here now. Let's just say it. Image's mom. We thought it was Image's mom. Like, let's just say it. I know you guys are probably like, okay.
Who they were talking about? And we're pretty much getting a lot of things happening. And this is what actually annoys me. They are setting up stuff. A couple of episodes ago, they set up the cult, the Bloody Rose cult. They done nothing with it, but in that episode, which is episode 7, and this is kind of stuff you wish you could have actually had that from the beginning, actually have this kind of threat looming about the town for the entire series, but now it's just we got one guy who just came with his dad, and actually they sell the gaming computer for $200. Yeah.
Yes, I know. I was like, what a steal.
hmm Indeed. So this is what actually this called this set up so expectedly before. The fact that she managed to see the some information about what Bloody Rose want to do with the
The reckoning is coming for the children who have been ripped away from Bloody Rose. First she lost Angela, then Archie was ripped from her. If Archie Waters dies, there must be a blood atonement.
cult, and that's it. Which is a bit sad because I was really getting excited by this idea of cult, or these kids who just wanted to do things like that.
We did get a lot of. I mean, I don't know. For all I know, that could be if there is a season 3. Maybe that's the thing. There'll be like a bloody rose cult, and they, you know, are attacking them in town, and they got to put it into the cult. It's possible. I'm just saying that could be why they're introducing it now. But
Mm.
in this particular episode, we were kind of introduced to a lot of theories that we had. From Imogen's mom to Kelly's dead sister Karen, to Kelly's mom to Mrs. Rose. Everybody. Dr. Sullivan, they were just like any type of speculation you have, we're just gonna lay it all out there because we think we've pegged what you guys will think.
No, exactly. So we actually had so it was a very, very big like Scooby-Doo moments with just like the board with all the names, and they were just one by one, just like, oh, it could be her, which was funny because this is exactly what I was thinking when I was actually looking at that show.
Yes, we
Uh,
also made a drawing on the whiteboard trying to connect the clues.
mhm. Yeah, while founding of cult members.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was so hard. Mm. But we actually found ourselves in a situation where at the last 10 minutes or 15 minutes, we pretty much got some of our theories might have just been erased now. Some might not have been. We don't know because it's been going so fast, and that's actually what I regret is actually they pretty much leave the last 15 minutes with all these revelations one after the other without having
Yes.
time for us to breathe.
I mean, the last episode better be 2 hours. It's not. It's probably gonna be the shortest one. It's talking like 30 minutes. That's how they love to do.
If they're doing it like the last episode of American Horror Story, yeah, I guess so. Another one that just finished so quickly, which okay.
Yeah, apparently Kelly's friend, quote unquote, the one that you're gonna have a slut off with or whatever. Well, apparently, Kelly's putting the clues together, like, oh, Mama, where's my friend? Where's the name? Jade? Where's my friend?
Was it Sandy?
Sandy, yeah. Oh, where's my? I'm thinking from when I think of Jade. Sorry.
That's soon. That's next one.
Yeah, she's like, Mama, where's Sandy? Oh, she's on the coast with her mother.
And yeah, it is. And I got this vibe, like the fact is nobody actually found the bodies of all these people that died. And I kept having in my head the old movie Happy Birthday to Me, when actually at the end of the movie, you just arrive and you got all the corpses around the birthday cake. Was actually the enemy, which is actually taking the face of the heroine to actually pretend that she killed everyone. She actually want to make the heroine believe that she was a killer. It was a weird movie. It's fun. It's a fun movie from the 80s.
Let's not forget though that for this particular episode, we had a lot of breakups too. Well, kind of only one breakup. We had all the breakups in the last episode, but this breakup was finally Noah, dumping her boyfriend, who I cannot remember his name because he's so uninteresting. But apparently he has a bit of a temper, things that make you go And for Tabby and her love interest Christian, Christians keep talking about latex masks and making masks for 3D, and it's just like the clues are cluing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we can both come to the same conclusion that Christian might be in it. Because it's so convenient the guy does mask, and actually was also someone that supposedly had the face of the dead mother.
Yes, and I'm sorry, but apparently Kelly's mom, has all these roses. And Dr. Sullivan's apparently Sebastian. Like you said, there are so many people with the last name Sullivan.
Everything came out of nowhere. The kid of the psychologist just like came out of nowhere, just like okay. But what I find interesting, and I think we need to keep that in mind, the only person who hasn't been tested by the killer is Farah, and Farah is in relationship with Christian. Is it Farah? I can't remember if it's Farah who's actually the movie buff.
Honey. Tabby. I literally just said her name.
Tabby. Oh, damn, yeah. Well, Tabby hasn't been. Tabby. It's complicated, these names. Tabby hasn't been tested, and Tabby is in a relationship with Christians. So.
And it makes sense. I'm telling you, look, okay, guys, it's not a conspiracy, I promise you. But Christian is a horror movie buff. Now, what if he's making his own horror movie? I played this idea with the owner of the theater, but stick with me here. Christian also wants to make a short film. So what if Christian is making a horror movie and he keeps giving these clues to "You're my final girl"? So what if he's doing all of this to make Tabby his final girl? They keep saying. So it's very interesting because Tabby is the only one that, like you said, hasn't been tested. We thought maybe Kelly, because Kelly, we keep forgetting Kelly is in this friend group, but
Not
Kelly got
anymore.
tested.
She's not there anymore.
That we know of.
She's swimming.
No, we don't know if she's, but
She's swimming without moving, with her face in the water.
But I also said that Christian could also be in that. All this stuff seems to be set up by a person that loves horror. I'm sorry, and I'm just saying, like, the killer seems to know their horror movies. I'm just saying.
Well, all the situation was actually kind of pre-shadowed. When I'm talking about pre-shadows, well, actually the posters inside the cinema were giving us clue what would be happening in the episode. So that's another thing as well.
Yeah, and I'm just going to talk
Who decided to actually go to the forest to do that Friday the 13th thing? Christian.
Yeah. And also keep in mind, here's a clue you might have missed, David, when Christian said, "Let the theme of this movie fest be noir horror, black killers, black survivors."
True. True, that would actually be well with the theme as well.
Mm-hmm.
But this is
what?
For me, this is actually why I'm getting really annoyed that we only have 8 episodes, because there's so much theme they actually bring in now, episode 7, and they are going to only have 1 episode left to actually resolve it in some ways. And you wish some of the themes should have been looked at for much longer in the show. I feel like the first 2 episodes were pretty much boring, and not much was happening, and it really went where the first thing with Mouse.
I still think the first episode was a wasted opportunity. I'm sorry. It just seemed like a recap. And wrapping up season 1. I'm just like, oh, we could have done without it, because it's been so long. We don't care what happened 2 years ago.
I know. Oh, even the fact that let's talk about Mouse, and actually a very a very weird vision of the internet. We did laugh a lot. We need to find a server to find where Spooky Spaghetti is actually hosted, so we can destroy the website.
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
That's very 80s, very 80s, very like someone never used a computer before. It was very, really, really funny.
Yeah.
And she even done a video. I'm sorry, she does a video, and she actually doing like a very, very good special effects to pretend to be Rosewater talking to the people on Spooky Spaghetti. They do have this thing.
Yeah, the last suspect that I believe, I'm sorry, maybe Karen. I'm still not Karen or Kelly. Now I know I said this, a few times, and I know you said that, hey, she's dead, but it just gives me maybe Karen is disfigured or something. I don't know. But maybe she's in love with Christian, and Christian makes a mask for her or something. I don't know. There could be some kind of weird storyline going on there too, But I feel like someone who is the killer, they have to have access to these things. Like, they have to know where the girls are going to be. And to be honest, Christian also fits that bill, because what better excuse than to date Tabby, to know where all her friends are, to know what they're doing, to know what's going on, because who's going to vent to you about, their friends? Your girlfriend,
I agree, but I do believe there's 2 killers. He has to be 2 killers, because
that's why I said this is why I'm saying maybe I'm sorry, I'm not taking Kelly or Karen off the table. I'm just not,
It's true, we kept talking about the fact based on last season, we actually was wondering if Karen and Kelly hasn't switched places, and actually it's not Karen that died, but Kelly, and Karen pretending to be Kelly. And that was something very interesting, but they don't seem to have done much with it. It would have been fun to actually see suddenly say, I know I'm actually your sister. That would have been fun.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. David, is there any other theories that you want to say who the killer might be?
For me, the psychiatrist still basically one on my list, and Christian. Christian is way too conveniently the good guy and who does a lot of masks and whose parents are not there for some reason. We haven't met the parents yet. Like we met all the parents of the entire cast, but his parents, why? Maybe he's a 45-year-old,
Hey, I
pretend to
believe
be a
it. I
teenager.
believe it. He is good at makeup. I'm just saying.
hmm Exactly.
But like I
That's
said,
something.
they could be doing a Scream, like the last Scream, or was it the Scream
hmm
before that? One of the two, where it wasn't the actual person that was affected. It's just like the person that became obsessed with
hmm
the true crime story and or what happened, and they just become so obsessed they need to feel like they need to take revenge or something like that. Could be
hmm
that, could be something like that, because Christian is just too much of a goody goody guy, too
hmm
much of a perfect boyfriend. And
hmm
I'm not saying those are red flags out there. I'm just saying for
Being good is
this
a red flag.
for this
Trust.
show, he conveniently shows up. He conveniently it takes interest in Tabby, who, by the way, is the victim of what happened, her and her
hmm
friends. And who's to say it's not just Christian? What about Johnny over there? Johnny just conveniently shows up as well. I mean, I don't know. You know,
Johnny is conveniently a creep.
but I'm just saying it would make sense that somebody else is
Mm,
working, is working with them, working with these boys to be like, go and infiltrate the girls, get everything
mhm.
or anything like that. It's just they're all so conveniently placed. And I know you said it's because, oh, we all need love interest, but I don't know, just a little convenient. And then we got Jen. Let's talk about Jen. Jen mysteriously shows up as well after what being in juvie, and now all of a sudden she's back with Noah, and she's just
Mhm.
like, "Oh, I'm here. I missed you in juvie," and it's just like all these people are just so conveniently taking interest in these girls after some of the worst events in their life happened, and it's just a little sus.
For me, it really showed actually. Like for me, for some reason, I've got the feeling that this entire cult thing they were putting in, they should have gone. They wanted to do more about it, but they didn't have the time to do so because it
Well,
really felt like the following. You remember the following, the
yes,
show?
but this is what I'm saying. If there is a season three, this could be what season three will pertain to. Because sure, like they might find out who Bloody Rosewater is or who's trying to kill them.
Mm.
But what if there's a wider network that also wants the same goal, and they
That
need to
would be
figure out
cool.
who's at the head of this? Because remember, in the original Pretty Little Liars, we got the reveal of A few times. I'm just saying, we got a reveal. We thought, aha, and then we just found out this person is technically A, but they're working for, the head honcho A. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, so the missed opportunities to have the entire letter of the alphabet because the number of people that were actually a letter in that shows was crazy. Even though he
Mm,
went completely berserk with a dollhouse, and for some reason A was a mastermind with like thousands and million of dollars to create this very, very convoluted prison for these people pretending to be dolls. It was weird, but it was fun.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. You know what? All the love interests are on the
That's
table.
us.
Okay, that's what I'm
Mm.
saying.
I don't
Because
know.
I think the only one, maybe Henry, maybe because he was someone that was there in season one, but all these other people are
Mm.
relatively new. Jen was, of course, there
No,
too, but
Ash,
we
Ash
don't
as
know much
well.
about her. Yeah,
That's true.
Ash as well.
And let's talk about Imogen being a bad bitch again. That was such
Mm-hmm.
a good thing.
We
One of the
love it.
best, I think that's the best scene of the episode was actually the scene at the psychiatrist. Oh, she was so good. And of course, the ending when actually the cars destroy something. There was two good scenes, really.
Yes. Oh, we love when Noah takes her rage out on her boyfriend. Anyways, guys, we've rambled on long enough. So why don't you tell us what you think in the comments? That'd be nice, wouldn't it, David?
Yeah, and we will be able to actually see you again for the last episode to actually see if we were right with our guess.
Yeah.
Okay. If I'm wrong, I'm putting a wig on.
Well, you never told us who you thought it was, so how can you be wrong?
I said it would. I say I have a feeling Christian is part of it as well as a psychiatrist.
Okay. So if you get it
And
wrong,
you?
David will have a wig on. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. I think it's more than one person. I can't just name just one person. I think it's either Kelly or Karen. Are they involved somehow? I could be wrong on that, but Christian to me is definitely involved. He's definitely involved. I mean, the theme of every movie that he's chosen or suggested has played out as, what happened to the girls. I'm just saying.
It's so cool. It's so cool. I love
it. And I'm sorry, all the love interests aren't off the table for me either. Jen, too convenient, mysterious. Girl, I have not seen you in that big ass house again. And who was the other one? Johnny's just so oh yeah, you're so traumatized. So,
let's do something because you're traumatized. He's more of for me more of a creep than anything else.
And then we got the lifeguards over here who are this pack mentality, who's just so gung ho about Farrah being all this. So like I said, there's more than one killer, definitely. But my money is on a love interest such as Christian, Jen, Johnny. Oh, what names? Are Dr. Sullivan, maybe Dr. Sullivan, but I'm sorry, I'm not sold on Dr. Sullivan either. But I do think it's definitely a love interest. I think it's someone, but I think we haven't gotten to the main A. We haven't gotten to the main A. There's more than one, and I think they're working for the main A. And I feel like the end of season 2 will be an unveiling, but we'll learn that there's a lot more at play here.
I hope so. Even though you actually given us Aftercast as your prediction, which is not fair.
Anybody.
It is not fair. It's not fair.
No, but my money is on either Kelly or Karen. Because let's not ramble, but like, who has access to everything as well? Kelly and Karen. The roses that their mom has, information about the girls, etc. Those two. Christian on my list. Jen on my list. Those four. We're gonna go with those four.
For me, with Christian is actually almost sure to be in there, but yeah. But we will see soon because he's coming back next Thursday, I think. So
yeah.
So
okay.
Get the week ready, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. Lip sync for your life. All right. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.